Well, that's because I edited.
What's up? Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good. Okay.
Did you get accepted?
I haven't found out yet. They haven't. Surprisingly, they haven't submitted any stuff today yet. So I don't know if when they're doing it. I keep watching their Twitter feed to see if they've announced or whatever, or maybe they've sent out acceptance, but I haven't seen any chatter like, "Oh, I got accepted" type thing. So,
You know what movie this? You know what movie this reminds you of?
huh?
You know what movie this reminds you of?
It doesn't remind me of any movie, but tell me.
I don't look like the character Harvey from Batman. Isn't Harvey the one that half his face destroyed? Yeah.
Oh, because you got I don't know, your face always looks so black to me.
Okay. I was venting to this chick about she asked me, or she accused me of not liking black women. I was like, man, you Negro women, you guys have problems. Like, you guys are nothing but cosmetics. Like, are you familiar with Jet magazine back in the day?
Jet? No.
No, so like your mother didn't go grocery shopping and you were the tag along, and when she's getting ready to check out, there's like Ebony and Jet magazine like at the checkout station, and you would like take the magazine and just flip through it and go to page 43.
No, I don't think that was a thing from my childhood. I don't know. Maybe we don't even have those magazines because we don't have a lot of
Negroes.
Yeah, basically. Not, yeah, basically. Your words. Kevin's on.
If you look at, I'll show my screen. Hold on. Let me first add my light. This is my studio. How do I do this? Oh, shoot. I got so many wires, man. I still got this GoPro I don't use because I don't know how to update the firmware. Let's try this again. Yeah. Supposedly. Hold up. Doesn't the light thing? How do you change the? Okay. Sure. Hey, Kevin. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Well, good morning from Miami Beach, Florida, and I don't know what small town Sean is in. I think he told me he's like 3 hours from Minneapolis.
Central Minnesota. That's what I say now. Yeah. Good morning from Central Minnesota.
Beauty of the week. Yeah, so you see my screen?
Yeah.
You don't recognize any of this?
No.
Jet magazine? Really? Look at this.
Not a staple of my childhood. No.
So, you know what's interesting about this? is look at these centerfolds. Looks like they have real hair. It's not wigs or weaves. I don't see any tattoos on them. I don't see any retarded lashes. Like, this is beauty. These are women. Corporations like social media destroy them, man. You can't see a Negro woman that doesn't have lashes, uh, a weave to look like a white woman, and her body's just littered with bad decision tattoos. So anyway, I didn't bring up the Jet centerfold argument to her, but I was like, everything about you guys are fake. You guys don't even love yourselves, man. You guys try so hard to adopt features of another race. Like, yeah, it's just sad. I think what I am noticing here is there looks like there's way more fair and light skinned women than dark skinned.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, just looking at it. But I suppose it could also be the photography itself. But yeah, a lot of lighter skinned ones. But
I like this one right here. I like afros and afro puffs. I like West African braids too. Are you getting uncomfortable yet?
no, it's fine. Yeah, no, these are all
It's
a lot
page
more
43.
attractive than most women I see now.
It's page 43, Sean.
Page
So,
43.
like,
You had it memorized?
yeah, every time I would go to the grocery store with my mother and she's checking out, the magazine would just be right there. And so there's Ebony and Jet. And basically these magazines are popular at beauty salons and barbershops. And page 43 always had like the beauty of the week. And I was watching YouTube a couple of days ago, and the video was about the collapse of Jet and Ebony magazine. And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And you could guess why they collapsed. I mean, they pretty much collapsed around shortly after 2008. You know what happened around 2008?
Well, the financial crisis, but that's about the only thing. I don't know what the other big events were.
The introduction of the smartphone, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then social media came shortly after.
Yeah. Well, no, social media had been around for a while. Social media was circa 2003. It was more like 2006.
Yeah, but was it in your pocket?
Yeah. But the combination of those two things was not big yet.
Yeah. I guess
and all the pornography sites were at the like fringes of the internet, you know. But now it's like even your parents know what an OnlyFans is, so it's like, yeah.
Oh. I'm still learning about photography. I got a new phone. I lost my phone on the beach when I was shooting birds a couple of days ago. The worst is when you try to track your phone and you watch your phone going down the street from your laptop as you're observing it. It's like, yo, someone is walking with my phone or driving with my phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to re-up and get a.
You got like a flip type thing? Yeah.
Yeah,
what is it like?
Samsung Folds or Samsung Flip 7.
I heard flip phones were coming back.
Oh, I like
Take a
it.
look
It's
at
like
this.
carrying. It's like hold on. It's like carrying a little brick. I wish I could get a holster for this.
Okay,
But, I
so
mean,
it's a
it's
foldable
pretty heavy.
screen, and like the whole thing folds out into a full size smartphone. I see. That feels like it just. Oh.
Let me see.
Do you get like a crease in the middle?
Yeah,
Like
and I think that looks great. The lines are perfect. I just think this is a great shot. If there was a Frono
So-
Oh, you can do it. You get a screen on the outside of it too. Oh
especially
yeah,
if I
you
was
do.
a judge.
If you
Then I'd
install
win
the
my own
app,
contest, which I
the
actually
app will
would
let you
personally do. But the reason I
enable
went up to New
launching
York is I
pretty
got
much
to
any
meet up
app
with my friend Adam
and
Lerner,
being
who
able to
we went
watch it
around
while
the
the
subway,
phone's
so I could get a bunch of different
folded.
photos with him in front of the subway cars going slow. We're also in the subway just to play with the camera and test it out. It's a quirky little camera, but it's fun to
Can you
carry
fold it
around.
out like that? Like, does you get the crease in the middle of it? Does it? Like, can you feel where the crease is in the screen? I feel like that would drive me nuts.
No,
here's an example.
I mean, if you turn it to a certain angle, you can see it, but nah, it's not an issue. It's still early, so I don't know. The crease might get exaggerated through over time with use, but no, it's not really noticeable. You have to have a glare, I think, in order to even notice it.
But in terms
Like
of
that.
black and white, I
Like
use
that.
the monochrome with the red filter.
If you go like this,
to try and
hold up.
punch your
You go like this, you can't
contrast
really see
black
it.
and white.
You go like
And
this, you
can
can't
see
really
the
see it. You
difference
have to have
between my
it at
edited
a
black and white
specific
and
angle.
the one that came out of the
Yeah.
camera. Mine is much
Where are the
The lock screen or the thumbprint is on the side. So you slide your thumb on here, or you press your thumb on there to unlock it with biometrics.
Huh.
It's not on the actual screen itself, it's on the side.
I find that the images are pleasing.
So, of course, this is the case I got yesterday.
Straight out at the camera.
I like the
nice
case.
bonus with this camera. The files do look very
And
nice.
it gives you a
Following
briefing.
lunch, we went over to a coffee shop where we met up with a friend, Stephen Kunkin, who's an actor, but
I'm still trying to learn to
also
follow. I
loves
don't want to end up
photography. He's into Leicas,
accidentally
he's
pressing
into all
gallery and
types
so a
of
bunch of
different
titties and
photography,
dick
but
pics
if
on
you
here.
wanted to meet up, check out this camera. So just sitting out on the street was cool to get people walking by.
Let me see what I say. See
coffee
album.
shop to do those slow shutter speeds, but also get candid moments or some of
Anyways,
those
let me try to
candid
see that.
style portraits, like this one right here. I think this one is.
How's everything with you?
What's good with me? Been kind of a crappy week at work because I'm just. Do you ever get stuck on like a feature that just like you've worked on it for a month, or a thing that you've worked on for a month, and you're like, this shouldn't have taken this long, and just like feeling like you're building on a bed of sand, and like you want everything you write in software to be kind of like solid and good, and it's good, but you're like, no, there's too many edge cases for this to be good. It's gonna be a good enough tool.
I remember I worked on an inventory system where, without telling anybody, I threw it away and I rewrote it because it was just horrible. It wasn't maintainable. Things kept on breaking. It wasn't testable. Like, bugs will keep coming, and I'll have no clue how to fix the bug. And that's one of the motivating factors for why I'm so pro test automation, is because I wrote an inventory system and it was just brittle as hell. And I'm like, I'm about to get fired, dude. They keep reporting bugs. Every time I fix one bug, I inadvertently sprout out 3 more bugs. And so, yeah, I just rewrote it without telling anybody and just did TDD, and then things worked out.
That's good.
So, yeah, I think I've been there before.
Well, this is more like it's not even a feature released yet. It's something like I swear if I spend any more than 3 weeks on the same thing, the same like effort, I'm just like, I just start to lose it. I'm just angry about it.
Well, where do you think you don't like the design?
No, so
Where do you think you screwed up? And yeah, let's use the.
I don't think I didn't screw up. It's just partially because I went to the Boundary Waters for a few days, so I lost a week. So it's like the time frame's extended longer than it should be. But it's more like the piece of software that I'm building, it needs to be on a solid foundation to be real accurate and good. And I'm not asked to build the foundation here or to go back and make sure that the foundational bits are in place. I'm supposed to build the tool. And so, or that step. And so like there's these edge cases and things where I can't deliver what I would feel like would be the solid thing that someone wants. And because I don't like the prerequisites for it to be solid aren't in place. Like it's not like you built the manual tool that's really solid and you've got that all in good and you've proven it and you've got all the data and the data's certified, and it's like no, it's like it was a bunch of just there was a manual process.
So you're building it without a spec?
No, there's requirements and there's designs for it. It's just like I said, it's so let's say like you had that buggy inventory system, right? So let's say you were then asked to build a warehousing system on top of that buggy, or not to say that what I'm building on is buggy, but something you don't have confidence in, right? Maybe that's the way to say it. And so you'd be building this warehouse system on top of the thing that you don't have confidence in, but you don't have the leeway to just go back and fix the inventory system at that time, or you're not being asked to do that. And so if you're building on something you don't have confidence in, you're not building something you can be confident about. So maybe that's the way it is. So there's a mix of that, and then just it's taken so long because I keep going thinking about edge cases and stuff. Every time I get into this spiral where I think about the billion of edge cases, I know something's kind of off. So yeah. I don't know how to describe it better than that. It'll be good though. I mean, I think I've cleared up these are all the things that this could fall over or whatever. And I've made it clear so I've done my part, but
I want to be a tester so bad. I just don't want to take a pay cut. Who says that? What software engineer says, I want to be a tester so bad?
I don't know. Is there a branch of software engineering where you're writing the software or doing the software? Yeah. Where you're writing the software for sure. But you're doing it not to test the software, but you're doing it to test something else where you could be a tester, but you're still an engineer.
Yeah, it's a software development engineer test. That's that. You're basically a software engineer that builds tools for QA.
Okay. Well, what about that? Would that be better than?
I used to be one. Okay. I did it at PricewaterhouseCoopers, but the business has to.
But you're not actually finding defects in that case. You're like.
No, you're not finding defects, but when you're testing the tool, when you're writing tools, you're inadvertently testing the tool to discover bugs, right? You still have to test what you build.
Yeah.
So I would build like a data loader, and what happens when I load 60,000 characters into a login field or some like email address text box, stuff like that.
Yeah. I think if somebody came to me and said I put 60,000 characters into the first name and it blew up, I'd be like, I don't care. It's not
well, I mean, yeah, but you don't care, but I'm sure security might be interested in what the exception exposed, or if there's any vulnerabilities that are exposed.
Oh yeah, you can
as a consequence of that fault.
You can do that. Yeah. Have you thought into getting into pen testing and like that kind of stuff where I think there's a little bit higher of a, there might be a higher pay scale there because it's a specialty.
I bought a couple books on it, but I never really got past like the second chapter. That stuff goes deep and requires commitment to really digest, at least for me.
I have to admit, I do get a sense of gratification if I uncover a security bug that I can close. Like, this is a security loophole, and I closed it.
I just get, I mean, I've said this a dozen times. I get satisfaction out of just being a hater. Like, for me to push back a release date, or for me to single-handedly have leadership question one of their Rockstar developers because I keep exposing bugs. And I mean, bugs obviously are going to happen no matter who writes it. But to me, like, if you know my personality, one is I'm very competitive. Two is I hate teams. I'm very singles focused instead of like team focused. And when I'm a tester, I don't think it's a team effort. It's Scott Nimrod versus
the team.
Yeah, like I love it.
You know, you said that, and I'm thinking that too. Like, as much as I'd like to believe that I mean, you never want to say you're a team, and I don't think I'm not a team player, but I definitely don't like working on a feature with someone. Because it's like, yeah, you can parallelize work, but there's always going to be like this friction of like you're not on the same page. So you have to work through that level of friction that comes with it. And it's like, I'd rather, instead of working in parallel, I'd rather work in serial, where basically people just apply their like their specialty skill over what you built. So an example would be like working with a front-end engineer, a strictly front-end engineer who's maybe more solid on the like styling and getting things in a good, consistent manner with what the front end wants. Like, my ideal workflow would be to build the feature full stack and then pass it off to them to go through and do a pass and beautify and simplify and clean up and make it better for the front end, because it's just like that's a lot of time and effort to get all this CSS and styling and correct colors and that, which takes forever. So, but yeah, working with somebody like either full stack or whatever, where there isn't a clean contract that we can just pass off to, if it's part of the feature, it bothers me.
I don't like the politics of having to work with somebody in which they have conflict of interest. They're terrified of exposing their growth opportunities, and as a result, there's things that you have conviction that you're supposed to do and apply, yet they're pushing back and they're being secret about the real motivation for why they're pushing back. I'm like, I hate it, man. When I'm a tester, it's like what you said, it's Scott Nimrod against the team. I mean, I'm sure that what is it? Is it Red Hat hackers or tester? What's the formal name? Red Hat what?
You mean white hat,
black hat, red hat?
But Red Hat's a Linux thing. I don't think there's.
Oh, okay. White
Red
hat.
Hat.
White hatters are professional hackers that are hired in, right? That do pen testing and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, white hat would be anybody who's I don't think you'd call someone a white hat hacker if they're employed with you. They're just a tester then.
Pen tester. All right.
But I think you have white hats and black hats would be people outside your organization who are attempting to do it to hack your system with either the intention to do good, white hats or bad black hats. Maybe that term needs a refresh.
So here's the thing with developers. They're held accountable for like delivering features, But the side effect is, by default, they're always trying to protect their decisions for why they did what they did. With the tester, you're just supposed to break the software, and so many people disagree with me on that. Like almost every organization. Like, okay, so I worked at Rockwell Automation, aka Allen Bradley. That's where I started my career, and they really groomed me, man. And I don't see, but they did like control systems like automation, so it's like a regulated space. But then, like when I went to other software shops, they're just build a desktop app or build a web app or whatever, and like they're not really regulated, so they don't really care. But make long story short,
I think they care. I think they care, but the thing is that software, like, you have to weigh. Like, there's a different factor at play, which is usually market speed to market, or like, just like the overall cost of the thing versus the like, you don't have a safety concern or you don't have a security concern as much. Like, you can build crappy software if the effect of the software being crappy is that nothing goes bad for anyone other than maybe a poor customer experience.
I've worked at so many shops where they don't have time to write automated tests, but they spend weeks and half a dozen to a dozen people on one bug, where that could have been, in general, avoided most of the time by investing half an hour of writing a test. But they won't tell you that, well, I don't really know how to write a test. I'm not familiar with the act of testing or writing automated tests. Like, they won't tell you that. So and I think that's the biggest thing is the majority of developers, one, they don't know how to write a test, and two, they will, I'm going to try to use, I don't know if gaslight is the right word, but they'll just say, oh, we don't have time. Yet you spend an order of magnitude way more time. And it happens in almost every single shop that I'm in. And then they ask me to fix the bug. That's the part that I can't stand. And then the stress is on me because it has to be done ASAP, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So let me, when you say that they don't test or they don't know how to write a test, do you think some software engineers, so like I do a lot of manual testing with what I do, like, and I can I pretty easily spot issues because I go through the full workflow, or I whatever, and it's, maybe to a fault it's bad, but it's much simpler to do it that way. I like writing tests through the actual API and not looking at the internals whatsoever. But you think that people don't actually test their software even manually? Like, they just write it and they're good to go. They just say, no, it's good. They publish it, or maybe they do like one happy path and say, yep, it did the thing for this case, and they're done.
Yeah, it's the latter part. They do the happy path, like they do a manual test. They bring up Postman, they hit an endpoint, they say it works. And then over time, that code base is evolving or degrading, one or the other. A common library may be modified that has cascading effects on the API or multiple APIs because it's a common library, and there's no regression testing. People will select the latest within the current sprint. They'll test a new endpoint that has yet to be delivered, and it works, but that change to a common library, that alteration to a common library, it's shared, but there's no regression testing. And so then once it gets deployed, all of a sudden, hell breaks loose. Like, that happens a lot.
Yeah. So I'm a big fan now of trying to write essentially end-to-end tests for a feature through the API or whatever. And and just focusing on, you know, the primary use cases, or the use cases, like and yeah, it's just happy path, but it's not just a unit though, it's like the full flow. So it's like making sure that the baseline is there, and that's good for sure. But like I could think of so many possible like I would be there for months if I had to actually write tests for every possible like edge case that could go wrong. Like,
Yeah, but we tend to exaggerate when all I said was like regression testing. It doesn't mean every possible permutation. And I think we alluded to this last week. No, just write your happy path and write a sad test. And that's it. And then when bugs start coming, write a test after that bug has been patched.
yeah,
And that test is now part of your regression. That's it. It shouldn't take more than half an hour. And that's a lot of time to write a basic test. Once you write one or two tests, they can pretty much serve as templates for all your other tests.
yeah.
That's been my experience. But like people that, for whatever reason, people that get paid to automate things don't know how to automate a checklist within their code base. And it's just weird. And I never ever win these battles ever, because the majority of our industry is retards. It's so political. They will defend their ego than try to understand how to be more effective to the business. And it's just the nature of the business, nature of politics. So
Yeah. So let me ask you, if you're, so like another thing I like about tests is trying to document what the intent was behind each endpoint in a flow. Like every endpoint gets hit, but it's within the context of documenting, this is your workflow through this thing, which is usually what I'm doing, is building a set of endpoints or something that all kind of work in sequence or together to accomplish some task, right? And so I'll write these tests like one big long, rather than like a lot of .NET tests are like, and maybe these are supposed to be just single assertion, setup, act, assert, you know, that paradigm. It's like, or it's not, it's like, yeah, anyways, you set up, you do your action, and then you do your assertion, and they're just very small. They test one unit at a time. They don't like, and there's usually like a big setup for each one of them, and it's annoying. So what I do now is I'll just write one big long test, end-to-end test that says, this is the 80% of the time, this is what's going to be the good thing, or like that we need to make sure that this works from end to end. So it's like step one, user does this kind of thing, and this is how this endpoint realizes that thing. Step two, this is what they do after that. Step three, this is what they do after that. Step four, you know, and I just keep going through the whole list until the entire flow now is covered from end to end, and say, this realizes the scenario or the goal of what we're trying to build here. And so it's written from the perspective of a real scenario of a bunch of endpoints that all work together, rather than focusing on, does this one endpoint do one piece of it? And then does this one endpoint do one piece of it? And then does this endpoint do, and not thinking about the overall, like, you know, connectedness of the flow. And that's like the baseline. And then like you said, now it's like whenever there's a bug that crops up, you just write a one-off for that thing and say, do I cover this testing for this flow now? Because obviously I missed that, or, you know,
I mean,
within that, like,
we have different philosophies, but as long as there's a test, like, because what I hate, you know, I'll just keep saying it. I hate when I push for you're going to disagree with me. I think that acceptance criteria, but I think that before you even send me a pull request, you need to have a backing automated test. That's going to demonstrate that you perform due diligence before you send me a pull request. That's going to demonstrate that you have some code that walks through the code that you just submitted a pull request for. I don't think there's anything wrong with me requesting that you write a test before you send me a pull request. People have an issue with that. Well, we don't have time. No, you don't know how You don't have the skill set. That's what you don't have. It's not time. You don't have the skill set.
Yeah, I think if it's a new feature, that probably makes sense. Or if it's a new thing, like if you're making a small change to an old thing and there's already tests covering it.
It doesn't take that much time to write a test. It doesn't. You get so much value from it until it's time to like maintain it because there's been a design change.
Yeah, well, that's actually a bigger deal, I think, is that people don't. We don't really think about the structure of the tests and how to make them easy to change later. Like it's just literally slapped on. Like I feel like you need to be very intentional about things from the get-go and decide what you're going to do with it. And because it's like I run into scenarios where I know, gosh, it feels like this is going to be an enormous effort to get the system from zero to in the state that it needs for this thing to be useful. There's like 100 steps or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like shit. Like how can you just bootstrap that? So, and I think you could do that through fixtures and stuff like that, where you're like, here's a set of things that you compose together to each step, and you could just plug them in and say, build to this point, and then like I would in the UI, right?
Yeah, but
I was going to say, I usually would use pre-existing data in the UI, which makes it a hell of a lot easier because I just go out and, we have a bunch of stuff that you get from production, a refresh, you sanitize the data, you clear it up, you might add additional seeded stuff, and then you've got this huge test suite to play with if it's with existing data. But if you're writing a test, you're going from 0 to 1. It sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, you engineer tests just like you engineer software, right? So like, I mean, I think you've seen like my repos before. I usually have like a test API library, and that test API is going to be responsible for reusing test infrastructure and also feeding my integration test data. It's another piece of software. It just doesn't get deployed to the end user.
Yeah. That's like I've been listening to Clean Architecture, and that's exactly how Uncle Bob described the test API. Like almost the exact key, those exact words. So
yeah, I mean, I didn't learn that technique until I read the book X Unit Test Patterns. It's a thick 500-page book, but I got hired as a SDET, or Software Development Engineer and Test, at PricewaterhouseCoopers, I think like 2012. And I had like between Friday to Sunday to figure out how to write tests at an enterprise level. And I finished that book over the weekend, and then I was writing tests that Monday, right, for my new contract. So
that's cool. Maybe you should go into, maybe you should start making YouTube things that specifically focus on how you write better tests as a software engineer in the .NET space.
What's the return on investment?
Then you'll make $1 million.
Outside of helping people.
You'll be brought in as a high paid software quality or consultant to help engineers write automated tests for their stuff.
I mean, AI is doing that, right?
Who?
AI. Why would we just don't say I?
In the .NET space? No, AI sucks at .NET code. It sucks at it.
Why?
I don't know. It just does. It's all Python and JavaScript. That's what it knows. No, I can write .NET code. It's just, I don't know. It's like, I find value out of AI, but it's only for like scaffolding, or where I know like this is just a pattern you need to replicate. And then it can replicate patterns pretty good. But if you're trying to ask it to do anything useful, like, or for you, it's pretty shitty at it.
Should we not be at Visual Studio 2026 now?
They released preview, or insiders, I guess they call it now. Yeah. They added themes, I think.
I'll show my screen.
You can install it and take a.
I'll get my new motorcycle helmet today. I'm excited. It matches my bike.
Faster, smarter, stronger. Harder, better, faster, stronger.
Sounds like a Viagra pill.
Yeah.
Let's watch it.
Oh, it's just a marketing blurb, though. Yeah, AI features being integrated is like the bigger thing, I think, or more. Like that was the big deal that they did is higher integration. Oh yeah, and done at 10. Dude, I'm excited about extension blocks, though. I don't know. I feel like there's so much that I like extension methods already, but like I feel like there's a lot of use cases for having extension properties.
I thought extension properties have always been there.
No, you could never write extension properties. That was always a problem. But now you can.
Because people, or because the enterprise doesn't want to just leap to F#. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Look, I saw a beach delivery here.
Yeah, and where's your book one? No.
It's in GitHub.
No, your I was going to say your bookmark to it.
No. My name is Scott.
Roll upon the block.
Pull up my
Glock.
Almost said something else.
Oh yeah, I suppose that would also fit in that line of rhyme.
Am I supposed to? Is that another?
I don't. It's a one time, so I don't know if they can calculate. If you know a one-time passcode, can you? No, you wouldn't be able to pre-calculate what their value was because you'd have to know. Otherwise,
this
like,
is
all your passwords.
Man, that was 5 months ago. 4 months ago was my last commit. I just need motivation to finish the two biggest chapters.
Gambler
is 1 and 3. No, it's 1 and it's 1 and 4. Chapter 1 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes me like an hour. It takes me like half an hour just to revise one page. And it's like 48 pages in the first chapter, man. I'm on like page 17.
So you need to use an authoring tool. Improve your workflow.
I mean, yeah, maybe I should. If I was, I have no problem. Okay, here's the thing, Sean. In the morning, when I'm like full of energy, or not even full of energy, in the morning when I have the highest amount of energy that I'm going to have mentally and physically, I have a decision to make. Do I go to the beach and work out?
Yes.
Or do I write code or work on this book? And given the return on investment for health, vitality, versus probably a 98% probability of failure, even if it does get like completed and even if it does get published, exercise and fitness almost always wins Monday through Thursday morning.
Yeah.
I get out. I get out of bed at 7. I usually wake up at like 4:35, and I just lay there. But I literally get out of bed at 7 o'clock, and exercise always wins because I know what it feels like to have back pain and horrible posture, which I still struggle with.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you, like this. So this is sitting in here, and you're either not going to release the whole thing, but you want to release the whole thing, or you want to release it, right? Like you've worked at this to this point. Have you considered just saying, you know what, let me just package each chapter as its own little book in a series. It doesn't a small read book, right? Something that's constrained, that makes a point. So rather than thinking about the giant thing, just focus on getting Ready, Set, Go released as the first in a series that build on each other. That way, like, you don't have to think about trying to finish this whole damn thing. You only finish the first one, and you can release that and say, hey, I put something on Amazon KDP, and then nobody buys it, whatever, doesn't matter. I'll buy one, obviously, unless you price it at like $700 or something like that. But you do that, you put it out there, you get your cover, you can pick a cool cover for each one, and you just build these tiny little leaflets and structure it that way. It's manageable, completable. Like, you don't have to spend the next 20 years trying to solve for the entire book just to, publish to crickets, but just publish the first one. Then if you feel like that accomplishment helped you, work on the next chapter and release that as the next in an anthology type thing. And then at the end, if you do complete all of them, you just put them all in one, compilation, and then you release it as a single thing. It's like putting a series of blog posts almost into a book. Could you manage to just release Ready, Set, Go is what I'm saying. Like, could you add enough value out of just that book if you thought about it in terms of, I'm not writing the whole thing, I'm just writing, this isn't chapter one, this is book one, or
yeah, but it's not a book. A chapter is not a book. A book, hear me out. A book will have, all right, let's do a checklist. So where's my notebook? Take two. Where's my notepad at? So a book has an intro. It has character arc. It has a plot. It has some antagonists. It has a hook to future.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, do that thing now and do it with, you could copy that and say same thing for a movie, right?
So what's missing in the first chapter, I don't know how to spell antagonist.
Antagonist.
Antagonist. However you spell antagonist.
Yep. I got your point here. Yeah. Why do you have the old? Oh, you're on Windows 10. I was like, why do you have the old notepad? New notepad
So it has
tabs.
The first chapter has an intro, but it doesn't have a character arc. So your first chapter can't really be a book.
Yeah, build it.
You can say, Scott, you're thinking about it too hard. I'm like, no, like one chapter builds such that it naturally transitions to the next chapter. And each chapter up until the climax, they all build.
Yeah, I get
and
that.
Transition to each other. Okay.
But like, what I'm saying is like, think about a TV series, right? A TV series has the same thing, but is released in segments. And nobody expects that you finish out the entire character arc. The first like pilot is the hook. And that's what you'd be building here, is the hook. Focus on making it a good hook, and that is, put it out there. And if you get boo and nobody's interested in the next part, you can say, you know what, I did it and I released this. Rethink of it in terms of like, this is your first in a series of a TV series, right? Like, what's going to grab, what's going to make you want to go to the next one? Because otherwise you have two options here. You either never release this at all, or you're going to have to sit down and actually spend the whole time doing it. You know what I mean? And it feels like a monumental task, and the thing is you're not building the book. You're building the book. You're just getting immediate like feedback over time. It's like almost like testing it, right? And when you're done, you could just take the thing, put it into compile it into an anthology or into an actual thing, and it becomes like a bingeable show at that point, rather than thinking about it as a movie, where you've got to finish it all at once. Which is weird, have you ever thought about like how TV series, like, it's so strange, like you're doing like 12 episodes and they're all like an hour each, but a movie's like 2 hours long,
Oh,
but it costs
yeah.
like so much more. It's like
How do
TV
I?
series are like way better. You just get more in depth.
What am I not doing? Trivail. Okay, I'm trying to see something in real time. No, I think you have a point.
Because I would say, I think you've worked too hard on this to just let it die on the vine. Just focus on. You've put a lot of time into Ready, Set, Go. Rethink it in terms of like, how can I leave it on a cliffhanger or something? But it has value in its own right. Make it valuable. If you just read it, put a hook in there or some sort of thing, cliffhanger, like to the next one. Clean it up. Put a nice cover on it. Make it fun. Release it. Be done. And then choose whether you want to move to the next one. And then you have a path here. It's a solid path to get to the next, to finish it. So you've got a vision. You might as well see the damn thing through.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that far away from that reality where you focus one chapter, make it good, make it great, go on to the next.
So if I select this Ultra, unlock the highest levels of access to the best Google AI exclusive features.
Yeah,
now I want to paste the first section of the chapter
and
see
watch
what the
it as a video.
Yeah. And I already have a subscription.
But it costs more for.
Well, I don't. Before I purchase this 125 for 3 months, which I'll do. I'm trying to see how I could have sworn you could get a trial. Then I'm not seeing it.
Put in VO3 trial.
Do I just go peek my? How do I just paste in this text?
Try VO. There it is. Try VO. It's up on
the.
It's the last one on that. Yeah. I'm like pointing to the screen, like you see where my hand's going. I don't know what all those are. So.
It doesn't want me to just.
Maybe watch a YouTube video about how people do it.
I did it before. Hold up. Through Gemini app? Okay. I think. Fine.
What was the chapter on where you're talking about a Big Bang release called?
Supernova.
All right.
Release.
You should make this book not a supernova release. How about that? Is that a good way to frame it? Like I said, I think you could do this, and then at least like you've hung your hat on something, and then you could choose whether you want to do the next one or not.
All right, so I have this Google AI Ultra now. Okay.
And you're so like, I would look at it and go, "There's no way I'm paying 120 for 3 months. My wife would kill me," even though it's like not that expensive. What you're getting,
it's a business expense. I'm writing it off.
Yeah.
So, dude, you're talking to somebody that literally just spent like $11,000 in the past like 12 days on camera equipment.
Yeah, I know. Like I know there's just it's stark difference between us in terms of.
Yeah, it's an investment.
Yeah.
All right. So how do I? Where is this at?
You have to go to VO then.
Where is it?
Do you go to the VO site then?
I guess so. I thought y'all could get to the VO site from Gemini.
DeepMind, Google Models, VO, VO2.
Like it should have my credentials.
Well, if you click Try VO, what does it do? Does it bring you into it now that you have it? Yeah, there we go. Describe your video.
Okay.
Thanks.
Here's the.
I wonder how long it takes to actually generate it.
This is probably going to take like 10 minutes. Or it'll probably take 5 minutes. Create the following scene.
Oh, it's 8-second videos?
Where is the 8-second?
Right below you. Oh, this is
F that.
Ah!
Hold on. I just paid $125 for 8 seconds.
Maybe it's like, I don't know. You got to read the fine print. Maybe there's other value to it. I don't know. Via 3 full length video. I'll look that up. Easily create long videos with consistent characters using This consists of using V3 works in any country as long as you have access to V3. So it must be that you have to like piece together things. Google AI Studio VO3. Get started.
It should be simple, man. It knows that I have the subscription. Like, hold up. Imagine. Veil. Okay, click Veil. Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, inside of AI Studio. Enable Google Drive to. Oh, so you need storage basically because video is expensive. Does it actually add audio? I haven't really looked at this at all.
Create the following scene. All right. So
it's gonna be like a guy like. They'll probably think Quaco is like a.
I forgot that name. Where is the Quaco at? Or you just?
I don't know. Mr. Henderson is in there. I just thought he was the main character, so I don't. But if he's not appearing on your first page,
all right. This should be interesting. This is probably going to take 5 minutes, maybe.
Urgent market share rescue plan. 10 out of 10. Generations. What does that mean? But
Okay. Has anybody said anything in the comment thread? Doesn't look like it.
Fintechs are eating till lunch. What? Is that it? Can you click on that now? Or is that just an image?
I think my computer just froze. Hold on. No, it's open.
So you only get 10 generations on this? And you've used one? Generate media. Oh, you're using VO2.
Where do you see that at?
Run settings on the side. Get code, like on the side, yeah. Okay, what the hell? This makes no sense.
Did it just spit it out to my Google Drive and I can't play it here? I want to refresh my screen, but I'm scared I'm going to lose what I just had.
Well, just maybe open a new tab and go to your drive, but you might want to do that off screen, just in case you got shit in there. Google AI Studio. Stream. Talk to Gemini. Create generative media. Explore models. Try Nano Banana. Image Gen. Speech Gen. Lyria Real Time. And then VO.
Dude, is this a play? This is it right here. It's hidden. You can't even see it. See it?
Where?
Play video.
Oh, yeah. What the hell?
Hold up.
Fintechs are eating on lunch. View in drive. Does it actually have audio? Or is it
It's
just
supposed to.
subtitle? Oh, it's being processed still. Oh, it's probably uploading it. But that settings was for VO2, but you wanted, or is it that VO3 is like, and it's only 8 seconds, of course. Well, you've got Ultra now. What do you actually get with Ultra?
Oh, this can be changed? Oh, no, 8's the max. The F, man. Why did I give him my money?
Hold on a second. I don't want to. Next. Hold on. New project. Text to video. VO3 fast. So go to you got to go to labs.google or search up Flow, Google Flow.
I was in Google Flow. Okay.
So go into Flow and then go create with Flow. And then, Jesus Christ, why does it keep doing this? And sign in as your thing. AI test kitchen. Yeah, whatever you want to do. And then scroll it. Then new project. Then see text to video VO3 fast. Try this. So you're building scenes. Oh.
Okay.
All right, try it. I don't know.
Why are there 2 windows up?
Oh, I can even do it, but I'd probably only have like a. What the hell is this? Loading.
Why are there 2 windows?
VO3. Oh, so there's a VO3 fast, and then there's a VO3 quality that you can use. And you can choose how many outputs per prompt you get. Each generation uses 20 credits based on your current settings. Interesting. I don't have any credits, so I don't know why I don't know, like whatever. I'm not going to use it because I don't really know what it's going to do.
Halfway there.
Living on a prayer.
This, if this works, this might motivate me to revise the rest of the chapter.
Yeah.
Just so I can have my film. Why do I have 2 windows?
But again, think TV show. Because you can choose if you go into that little thing where it says VO3 fast, you can choose how many outputs you want it to make. So like you can choose to have them do 4 different versions of the same scene or this thing. And then you combine these into so these are like, this is one.
They're all 8 seconds.
Yeah, you have to combine them into a scene. Like, see, that's add to scene. And then they use probably character, like they use continuations or whatever. I don't know why that guy going into the middle of the table was funny.
What's this one?
Kwaku. There he is. So click,
Okay,
we'll try
so
clicking add to scene and then see what happens. Like, what's the next step after you add to scene? Because that's what the thing wants you. So pick the one you like.
no, but it doesn't cover the text that I put in. It does. It literally just gave me 8 seconds.
Well, yeah, it's a TV show, not a book.
8 seconds.
Yeah, you have to go to the next part, right? That's
Okay,
well, I mean,
fine.
just try add to scene and then
All right.
see what happens as the next thing. Because this is building scenes, right? So I don't know. What do you do from here? So you hit the plus and then. So it's all 8-second clips that you've pieced together to make it. But if you think about these as camera changes, like you could say, you'd have to be deliberate in the way that you break it up and structure it, I think.
Not that. Like,
Fast uses 0 credits for Ultra subscribers. So you can go forever, I think.
all right. So crap. How do we change it to quality?
So think of this in terms of shots, I think. Shots within a scene. VO3 quality. And it uses 100 credits based on your current settings. I don't know what that means, but
it's still.
And well, click onto that settings thing again. You can pick seconds, but I think 8 is the max.
All right. All right. How do I put it back before I start wasting?
So see the outputs too. Like that's the other piece there that you can toggle. So VO3 fast and then outputs. If you only want a single one, you could change it. Or if you want 4, 3 or 4 or 1, whatever. But I think maybe what you'd want to do is watch a video on how people use Flow to create full scenes, because these are shots that you're getting, right? These are 8-second shots of that could be put together to build a scene. So you have to think about it like you're building shots in a movie or like an actual TV show or movie. Rarely do you just look at someone for longer than a few seconds. Like a dialogue, you'd go back and forth between 2 people. You might switch from a close up to a wide.
So each paragraph is a shot then, because I think it just did this one. It just did that one.
Yeah, so maybe take out that paragraph and say generate this one and just do and see does it to get character like just do that one and just, well, you can put the whole thing in. You can do whatever the hell you want. You've got free will, but I want to see if it gets the character continuity. You know what I mean? I'm guessing this is what they use to make those Yeti or Sasquatch videos. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Have you watched? You haven't seen those? They're like all over the place.
No, what's up?
So like they have this like fictional Sasquatch just hanging out in the woods, and he just does shit. Like he's got this. Okay, while this is going, open up a new tab and look up Sasquatch down Z, and just on YouTube or whatever. Live from Progressive.
Do
Or
what?
Yeti Sasquatch, and then put down Z.
I don't know how to spell Sasquatch.
SAS Quatch. Just try your best. It'll obviously fix it. Yeah, there it is. That's what I keep telling my son. I'm like, just type what you think it is, and then put space down Z, like DOWNZ or down Z. Yeah, just do that. It'll find it, I'm sure. Yeah, down Z. All right. Yeah, you haven't seen these videos?
No.
Where's the one where he's walking?
I think I've seen one video where he he like shoved a girl or something, trying to do a selfie or something.
Dude, find the one where it's like where he talks about doing the booger sugar with Downsy. That one's hilarious. Gosh, what the hell? Oh, he gives him a driving lessons.
Where's the audio? Oh.
Oh. I just like the guy's name is Downsy. But there's a whole series of these where you got this Bigfoot. I guess not Sasquatch, it's Bigfoot. And then he's just in the forest doing shit. There's a funny one where he's like, me and Downsy here are gonna go do some booger sugar. And then he's like running in the woods after. He's like, Downsy did the whole bag. He says he doesn't want to be down anymore. He wants to be high.
Oh God.
It's so funny. Totally different scene. No character continuity. Except for that guy. I wonder how you... Okay, can you select them to revise then? Or can you like... What's the plus do? Oh, can you split and add in the middle? Is that how that works? Jump to extend. Oh, extend. Oh, okay. So you can do an 8-second clip and then just extend the exact same scene. What should happen? Extended shot. And then this happens. Mr. Chen is like, what the hell, son? Yeah, it's just learning the tool, I think. But obviously it's not going to be perfect. But what? Lame.
What's
Oh,
ingredients?
Maybe it's like you're like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like you mix random shit and it just makes a video.
Can you be my video producer, Sean? Can you figure all this out? I think you're a collaborator on my repo. You can figure all this out.
No, but I do think that I do think you should try to just release just Ready, Set, Go or whatever, and just focus on that. And if you never release anything ever again, you can at least feel like you accomplished or that you have published something, right?
I don't know why I just showed my email.
Yeah, I got all your stuff. You have to delete this video.
I wonder how many videos I've deleted. Probably like 3 or 4, maybe. Oh, my trademark climax.
Nothing's better than a back stretch in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to waste time, just go look up Bigfoot AI videos, and there's a million of them. But
Hey, Gamlor.
I
I didn't know Gamlor was on here.
Yeah, he's been on for a while now, half hour. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
half an
well,
hour. I don't know if he's still on. But...
I just bought a ultra subscription for Gemini, and I'm reconsidering my life choices.
So what do you get with Google AI Ultra? Google AI plans and features. So Ultra is higher limits, advanced capabilities, includes Gemini app. Oh, you can get the Gemini app. Well, I guess you can do that with Pro. So you get everything in Pro, and then you get the Gemini app, Flow, which is what you were using, Whisk, which is a highest access image to video creation with VO3, 25,000 monthly AI credits, Notebook LM, highest limits and best capabilities, coming soon. Google search Jules is asynchronous coding agent. You get photos, remixes. You get Gemini in Gmail, Docs, and more. Project Mariner Early Access. Streamlined tasks with agentic research prototypes. US only. Oh, dude.
Yeah,
did
we
you
definitely
buy?
don't want that in Nigeria.
Did you pay? Did you pay for a YouTube Premium?
Yeah.
Oh well, now you get it for free. Oh, it's part of that, so I don't know if you're double paying or not. And then you get 30 terabytes of total storage for Photos, Drive, and Gmail. 30 terabytes.
So what I paid 120 for 3 months. 120 divided by 3 is $40 a month, right?
Oh, but that's your intro rate. After that, it's like $250 a month. So, yeah, I would use it as much as you can while you can, then, and then because you've only got 3 months at that rate. Or no, is it? Oh no, it's 100. It's $125 per month for 3 months. So you've paid a month.
Really? I thought I
Yeah.
just paid for 3 months.
No, it's per 3 months or per month for 3 months.
Oh.
So the permo didn't. So I'd cancel that shit fast and just use your 1 month.
Yeah, how do I cancel it?
Probably billing and subscription. Hopefully they make it easy for you. But AI is expensive.
I mean, I want to keep my Pro. I just don't want the. God.
You should try using the Jules agent to finish writing your book. See if it can just churn on it.
And hold on, this is Google One settings. Man, why is everything so complicated? Oh.
So AI Pro is $20 a month, which is that what you had before?
Yeah. I like it.
Well, if you're paying for YouTube Premium, well, no.
YouTube Premium is not 120 a month.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, but it reduces the overall cost. But then it goes up to $250 a month after the first 3 months. So expensive.
Is it smart enough to?
I hate authenticator apps. I mean, I like it. It's better than the alternative, but I just hate having
Yeah, it's freaking Nigerians and Indians, man. They messed it up for everybody.
If we just didn't hack.
Was that racist to say?
No, I don't think as a black person you'll ever be accused of being racist, because that would be racist. Only white guys can be racist, according to people on the internet.
No, Chinese people can be racist too. Yeah. We might as well burn up the next 7 minutes.
Why not? But yeah,
Damn, Lord, are you still online?
you should. I'm very convinced now. That's what you need to do: is release that first. Is your first episode? Call it episodic. The episodes of Kwaku.
All right. So that's going to trump my morning exercise at 7 o'clock.
But only for like a week, because you could just focus on that small bit and finish it. You'd be done.
I wish I could exercise and do it at the same time. That's not possible.
Killer app. There you go. Get those goggles or those glasses you're talking about, so you can just run and you're looking at it, you're multitasking. No, you can't run.
Did you see Facebook's or Meta's conference a couple days ago?
No, I heard there was a big like AI like
Glasses.
wonder. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean that's demos period.
Yeah.
He tried to blame it on the Wi-Fi. I'm like, that's not the Wi-Fi. I wonder, can you imagine participating on a conference scene with the CEO and then the feature that you're responsible for just completely flops in the middle of the demo? Like,
yeah, I've had flops. Demos are just, I don't know why they always flop.
Yeah, well, I wonder if Zuckerberg has a temper. I would imagine probably CEOs in general are psychopaths, right? I mean, you have to go through a lot of hurdles and barriers and sacrifices to be a Fortune 500 CEO. No?
Yeah. Well,
like you can't be a nice butterfly being a Fortune 500, let alone a Fortune 1000 CEO.
Yeah, I suppose because didn't they say like the majority of CEOs are sociopaths or whatever? Not psychopaths, but sociopaths. They just.
What's the difference? One is about bloodshed, and the other one is just not caring about other people's feelings.
I think so. I think that's the difference. You could probably ask Gemini and use up your credits, your billion of free credits now, of super powered Gemini.
Oh, I got messages on here. Oh, that's my authentication code. Yeah, this thing is like carrying around a little brick. Oh, yo. I'm gonna ride my motorcycle today. I like my motorcycle. I just realized I emailed two companies, not emailed them, but on their website, I messaged two companies, two motorcycle appraiser companies, so that they can appraise my motorcycle because I'm applying for a diminished value. So I could get some money from the insurance company since my bike got dropped and it has less value than it would if it was never dropped in the first place if I wanted to sell it. Surprise, both websites never got back with me.
Those bastards.
Yeah, I would assume it's probably maybe an extra maybe $3,000-$4,000 in my pocket. I would hope.
Oh man.
Yeah, get a motorcycle. We got 3 more minutes. I'm holding you hostage.
I saw a motorcycle when I was dropping off some apples to my dad out in someone's yards for sale. I couldn't get the make, but I thought about it again.
It was a cruiser?
Yeah, it was a cruiser. I think. Yeah, it was definitely a cruiser. But I couldn't tell the brand just by driving by it. Maybe it was a Harley. I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing is you got 2 kids, 2 dogs, a wife.
2 turtles.
How would you be able to squeeze out? I mean, well, you squeeze out your ice fishing unless they come with you.
They come with sometimes, but not early ice. I wouldn't really want to take them out early ice. I don't want to be. I don't know that they have the situational awareness to think about what to do if they fall into the ice. So
I wouldn't know what to do if I fall into the ice.
well, I mean, if you're on an ATV, you jump off the damn thing extremely fast, and if you fall in the ice, like so I've got to find these, but there's these things that you wear. They're these spikes, and you wear them around your thing. So if you fall in, you take them out, and you kind of like pull yourself out this way, because if you're just grabbing onto the ice, you're not going to be able to get out too easy.
I would think if you're grabbing on the ice, even when you have spikes in your hands, chunks are just going to keep breaking off. No,
it
depends. As you grab and try to pull yourself up.
No, I mean usually we're dealing with like 6 to like 8 inches of ice at that point in time. So
that's what she said.
Yeah, it's like if you fall in, you've hit a soft spot with something heavy, and so you're likely still surrounded by good ice. So I don't know, but it's just one of these things where I don't want to risk it. Like if I can drive out there, then it's like, okay, just all I'd say is if you're in the car and if you feel the thing start to go in, jump out the window as fast as you can and get out of here. But that's most of the trucks that fall in. They don't just like crash through and they're sunk. Like what happens is the front will go in, tip in like this, and then it'll go up kind of like the Titanic and go straight down, because it's not like
that's the thing.
Yeah, people fall in the ice, or trucks go in the ice, but it's usually when people are being stupid. So it's like a lake, like the ice everywhere isn't the same, right? And so what they do is they build these roads and they check all the ice depths at all the links on the roads, and then they have offshoots that they check and stuff like that. And it's pretty safe at certain points in time, but people are stupid. They'll go out there way too early with way too big of a vehicle, and they'll go off and they'll hit a spot where there's water movement and the ice isn't thick, and they'll happens every year.
Like what's the death rate, for lack of a better term? Because I would think, you can't open up the doors once your vehicle goes like 45 degree into the ice.
That's why you have to keep a window cracked.
Okay.
It's got to be like astronomically small, like maybe 1 or 2 deaths a year. But
well, when you keep the window cracked, how does that help you?
So if you do go so it's not creating a pressure barrier or anything. You just you can climb out.
No, you have to have. It's not cracked. You have to have the window down, right?
Well, if water is flowing in, though, you can just put your window down and then just jump out. I think the idea is if you get pressure on those windows, you can't really open them, or you can't open your door to get out even.
I would think that once water hits the wires, you run the risk of your electrical wiring being fried. So you can't roll down your power windows.
So Minnesota's DNR ice fatality shows 59 historic motor vehicle through the ice deaths total since 1976. It's not very many. It's one a year maybe, but
okay, that's a terrifying way to die.
Yeah, I would have to assume so.
I mean, I think like a month ago, a lady fell off of a drawbridge when the drawbridge was opening for a boat or a yacht to pass through. And I mean, there's so many signs. There's so many opportunities to not be put in that situation.
Did you try to Dukes of Hazzard?
No. I think she was walking. She was a pedestrian.
And it lifted, and she's walked off the edge, or?
I'll look it up. No, when it lifts, she probably clung on to something for a little bit and then got tired and dropped. But there's so many warnings. It's like when a train is coming. There's so many bells, warnings. There's so many things. Like you have to be blind and deaf to
Yeah.
not know. So, all right. Well, you
I
get
suppose
my 9
past
o'clock.
the thing.
Oh, it's been real. I'll how about this? On Monday, because I'll wake up at like 4:35. At 6, I'll pull myself to my desk, work on it for an hour, and then at 7, I'll do my workout. And so that will just be my routine for 1 week.
And then you release that at the end of the week, whatever state it's in, call it good, and it's out, and you're done.
No, I'm not going to publish it, but at least the first chapter will be done. And then we can reevaluate the effort, the return on investment, and
Well, it's an
if I should
ebook though,
continue.
so episodic ebooks are just fine, right? I mean, you could print it, right? But print on demand. But if you do it through KDP, you can just, it's mostly ebook, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
But you can print from there, which is kind of neat. It's just cool that you can just go upload shit and you could have a book printed on demand like that. It's incredible.
Yeah, you should do it. You should be my editor. Write the rest of the book, or revise my book, editor.
Write the intro forward.
There you
Scott
go.
was not going to finish this, but I convinced him to release it in episodes. I'm sorry, Sean.
I can't believe it's been 5 months since I stopped working on it. Time flies like crazy fast.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
well,
insane.
we both got
All
this
right,
work.
yeah, I suppose.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah, I think.
Bye, Gambler.
All right.
Hanging up.
Bye.